We're back on the extra channel. Now, the last video you'd have seen, I was buying this. This is my BMW E91. It is a touring, and this is the new daily. So, we've got a few upgrades, and a little bit later in the video, we've got a pretty major upgrade, and one that is gonna completely transform this car, and I think it's gonna look insane, but we'll get into that a little bit later. For now, there's a few things I want to upgrade on the inside, which is obviously where you spend the most time in any car. So, this is actually an SE model now. It's the same engine as the M Sport. The only difference with the SE, the ES and the M Sport is the spec. That is the only difference. And the spec is, I think it's the steering wheel, the exterior front and rear bumper, and a few little M Sport badges here and there. Maybe the seats are a little bit more sporty, I'm not sure. But the main thing is the steering wheel, and you probably already know where this is going. This steering wheel is the SE steering wheel. But for some reason, as you can see, it kind of like, the horn kind of protrudes forward. And I don't know, it's just a little bit naff in it. Like, it could be better. So, we actually do have a solution. Let me show you. Now, a massive shout out actually to one of you guys. I'll put the Instagram on the screen, BMW_Milo. He actually sent this out to me free of charge. He had it lying around and he said, mate, if you want one, I've got one and I'll send it you. I offered postage and he wouldn't take any money off me. He actually sent me this for completely free, postage and everything. So before we even show you, like, what an absolute legend, everyone go drop him a follow. And tell him I sent you, because he sent me out a BMW M Sport steering wheel for the E90 series, and this has just got nicer hand grips. It's got the little BMW M Sport logo there, and you know what, it's actually in really good condition. Some people would have probably charged at least 100 quid for this on eBay, and he sent it me for free. So what an absolute legend. This is going to look way better than the SE one that we've currently got in the car. Look at the difference in this. As you can see, that one is a lot thicker, a lot nicer, and it's going to completely modernize the interior that little bit. I think it's just going to look really, really nice. Now we've got to change these over, of course. So I think there's these little holes on the side of this steering wheel, and you've got to get a screwdriver in them and kind of pull the airbag out. But before we do anything, we need to disconnect the battery because we're doing airbag related things. But yeah, Milo, you're an absolute legend for that, mate. Thank you very much. Let's get it installed. Right, let's give this a go. This can be a little bit fiddly, so we'll see how we get on. There we go. That's it out. Okay, good. There we go. Airbag is out. Right, main bolt out, and that should, yes, with that steering wheel off. And I'm hoping it's literally as easy as just placing that one on, which it looks like it is. Now all we've got to do, and if these fit, I will be very, very happy. That into there, and then the main harness for the steering button wheels in there, and then the rest of this just plugs into, I think that's for the horn, if I'm not mistaken. I think one's for the horn and the others are for the airbag. But oh, I can already see a little bit of a difference. In fact, actually, there is a difference, because this horn slash airbag won't work with this. They're actually different. This fits that one, and it won't fit this one. So we've got a solution. And that should be what is in this box. But in here should be an airbag that hasn't exploded. Let's see. There we go. That should be the airbag we need. Okay, they're both in. Now we should be able to simply just push that into place, and that's it. That's the M Sport steering wheel fitted, ladies and gentlemen. Look how much better that looks. It just looks way more modern, way nicer. Let's plug the battery back in and we'll see if it actually works. Let's put the key back in. Ignition on. Do we have a horn? We do have a horn. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a horn. Everything works as it should. And that looks way better. Now, the next thing is, you've probably guessed it, these wheels. These are SE wheels, and yeah, I could take them to the wheelman and he will do an amazing job as per usual, but they're just not very nice wheels. If I was to put them back on, even in silver, they just don't look great. The big, thick, chunky tyres. Check out that arch gap. You can literally fit a full fist in between that arch gap. It's horrible. So, what am I doing to sort that out? For those that watch the main channel, you'll have seen that I'm currently building a BMW E36 328i track car, and that car has currently got BMW E39 M5 alloys on it. Now, they look amazing, but for a track car, they're a little bit too big. There's going to be a little bit of rubbing, and I've put budget tyres on them just to get the car back on the road. You don't really want budget tyres on a track car. You want semi-slicks, ideally. So, here's my thinking. These wheels are coming off, and to answer your question, they're not going on the BMW E36. These wheels are coming off, and I'll either just put them up for sale for cheap, or I'll just leave them in the garden for a rainy day if I ever need 5x120 alloys. What I'm actually doing is the wheels on the BMW E36 currently are going on this, and I think they're gonna look insane. So, what's going on the BMW E36, you might be asking? Well, we're about to head there now and go grab them. I found them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't think they need much of a refurb, but I might get them refurbed, but that's a different car on a different channel. So, we're gonna go buy the wheels for the E36, and then tomorrow we're gonna head up to Reg Plate King, where the BMW E36 currently is. I hope you're following along. And then we're gonna swap these wheels for the wheels on the BMW E36, and then put the wheels I'm about to go grab on the BMW E36. Have a shot every time I've said BMW. That's the plan. Let's go get these new alloys that I've found. And just like that, we've teleported to Reg Plate King. Hey up, mate. Here, look at these. What do you think? The video, I haven't actually seen them yet. So these are actually the exact same wheels as what's on the E36 already, just in a smaller size. So when I'm towing the E36 after I've put it on its roof, this is going to have the same wheels as it. All right then, 300 quid. Yeah. Brand new tyres. Well, pretty much brand new tyres as well. So the plan is they're going on the E36, and then these, which are, what size are these? I think these are 18-inch. Yeah, these are going on the estate, which they fit quite well on, and then the ones I've just bought are going on this, and I think that'll make it look sick. But we've got a problem. And the problem is the typical, apparently common BMW thing of this era. The wheel nuts, the fronts are okay. They've been off to do the front discs and pads, but the rears are pretty much seized in place. And I don't know if is it this side we tried, Will, or other side? Yeah, it's gonna get it's gonna get Larry, but yeah, one on this side has already started to round off a little bit, and we've had a big massive breaker bar on these. So that's the only problem we're gonna have here is getting the wheel nuts off. I do have another 10 brand new wheel nuts in the glove box, so we'll see what happens. Luckily, I don't need these wheels anymore, so we can heat them up as much as we like. But should we see how it goes, Will? Yeah. Look at that. Starting to become a circle. I don't know why these. I put it on my story and loads of people were saying, yeah, it's so common for the BMWs to do that. Sure. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a common thing. Apparently it is just a common BMW thing of this year. Like they just apparently do them. You sending it?
Mate, have you seen that?
Is that just rounded?
No.
What?
Look at socket.
Is that crack the socket? Oh, why are they so...
Look at that. Look at socket. Look.
Oh my God. What, the bolt's not rounded though?
No, socket's just split.
That's mental.
That would be hard to break.
We're running out.
We're here again.
Yes. Yes, Will! I'll jack up this car and I'll take the wheels off ready to put on this car. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look as good because they're pretty much the same alloy, but I think the offset is way deeper than them ones, so they do still stick out a little bit, but at the moment the car is completely skew width. Like at the moment the wheels literally towing in like that, so I think when we get a proper alignment on it, it has got the adjustable plates at the back, so we can put a good amount of camber on the back and you can put a good amount of camber on the front, so I think we should be fine. And they're actually 245 tyres, so I could even go for 225 if I did have any rubbing issues, and I can actually roll the arch. But yeah, I'm happy with them for 300 quid with tyres. They'll serve a purpose, and I get a 6 set of alloys for the daily as well. These were just, they were just too big, to be fair. But what I'm actually doing is taking all the brand new centre caps off these alloys and I'm putting them on them alloys. And you're probably wondering what I'm then going to replace these alloys with. Well, you'll have to wait till a little bit later because I've got a pretty cool replacement for them. So I've got to take oh no, I've got to take all them out, and they are going on them old battered wheels, which I think, sorry wheel man, I think we should go like rotor bronze. I think will look quite good. What do you reckon, Will?
Pink.
Pink? Done. The E36 is done. Now it's time for the main attraction of this video, putting these wheels on this car. And of course, this is YouTube. I can't spoil it straight away. Can we, Will? No. Can't spoil it straight away. I'm going to put them on and then I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm so sorry. It's got to be done. So let's get them on. Who's ready for the transformation of the year? I actually, before I show you, can't believe how much just putting a set of wheels on a car has made a difference. I've done plenty of sets of wheels, but I don't know why this one just seems to have transformed the car completely. Boom. Check that out, how good that looks. E39 M5 wheels on a Touring. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I think that looks proper cool. It even might need a little spacer, even still, because there's still quite a big gap there, really. I could probably get a 30mm spacer on there for it to kind of sit flush, but yeah, look at how good that looks. I am buzzing with that. A massive thank you to Will, a Reg Plate King. As always, you know where to go for your number plates. That looks awesome. Right, let's get back home, and then tomorrow we've got a little fix for them centre caps and a couple more bits to do to this car, a couple more little modifications. Look how much better they look. I do honestly think we still need a spacer on the rear. Look how much it still sits in. It just shows how wide the arches kind of are on these. And this isn't even like an M car. Like the arches are so flared and so wide. So maybe we do need another spacer on the back, but it is literally 1:10 in the morning. But I just can't leave the car like that. And like I said, we've got a little something for the centre caps. Now these are from the Wheelman, and again I'll put a link in the description below, and you can see here floating BMW centre caps. Check these out. Look how cool they are. So when I'm driving down the road, they should, that one's a little bit tighter than the rest, they should literally float, and the centre cap should stay at the same orientation to, oh, you even get a little tool to pull the old ones off. They should stay all in the same kind of direction, and they work like this on the back. Look, they've just got little kind of weights on them that keep them keep them floating. I just thought they were so cool, man. I was going to put them on the track car, but it kind of don't make sense. So they're going on this, and they should just quite literally push in like that, and they will float when the car's driving down the road. I know, but it's the little things, isn't it? It is literally the little things, and this second channel gives me an excuse to be an absolute child. They look well good, and they're fresh, brand new as well, so it just makes the wheels look that little bit better. I'm buzzing with that, but I'm going to go to bed, and then tomorrow I think I've got another little modification slash upgrade slash repair arriving. Oh my god, look at that moth, that's massive. Arriving for this car, will fit that, and then yeah, the BMW's coming along now. Now we're on to the last job, which is actually another one for the interior. This one is a little bit of a repair slash upgrade as well, and of course it's the start button. As you can see, it just has gone very aged. This is going to be the original button. You can see where it's been pressed so many thousands of times, and it's gone all worn. So what we've got, this is literally off Amazon. I think it was like £11. It's just a little kit that you can replace that little button with, and yeah, you've got a brand new start stop engine button there, which is pretty much the exact same as the original one. So we've got to take out this interior trim here. We've got to pull this bit out to get access to the actual kind of stop start button behind this trim. So need a plastic trim tool. We'll pull that out, and then we should be able to replace it with the new one. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. There we go. I think that's pretty much all we need. And then there's two tabs behind the button that you can compress and pull the button out. There we go. There we go. You see the little tabs there? You got to push them in like that, and then you can slide it forward. Now we should be able to just unplug it. Now there's little tiny plastic clips to take this ring off, and then we can get access to the actual button itself. So I'm going to try and do this the best I can. The little thing is separated, and now, as you can see on the new button, there's these tiny little tabs. As you can see, they're what you've got to loosen from this original button. Now, I'm not too fussed on snapping them because it's the old one, but I want to try and do it properly. In fact, there we go, it's almost fell out. That's that. Now we can replace it with the nice shiny new one. So we can stick, well, not stick, this actually just clipped. Clip that in there, and then you can simply just push this ring back on top to hold it in place. There we go. Look how much better that looks. Way better. Right, let's get it back in the dashboard. That was a little bit fiddly, a little bit delicate, but that looks way better. Right, there we go. It's plugged back in. I can now push it back in and then push the trim piece back onto the car. And I think that is everything. Let's test if it actually works. Look how much better that looks. Way better. I was going to go for red or some mad colour, but I just thought, you know what? it's not a performance car. It doesn't need to look like I'm starting up a Boeing 747. So let's see if the car turns on, which it does. Perfect. That is just the small things again, isn't it? That is way better. It's just nicer to look at when you're driving. 100 times better. But with all of that being said and done, that is going to do it for this video. A few more quick, simple mods that have nicely transformed the daily. We're going to do a few more things to this car to make it that little bit nicer. But if you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.